Hi everyone! In this video we will factor a trinomial using the AC method. Factor 20j squared plus 39j plus 18. Quadratic equations are in the form of a x squared plus bx plus c. When a does not equal 1, we use something called the AC method, meaning that we take the coefficient in front of the x squared and the coefficient without an x and multiply those together to find a larger number, and then find all of the factors that will add together to give us the middle term of b. So in this case, we look at every single term here, and we first look to see if there's a greatest common factor that we can factor out of everything to make the number smaller. In this case, 20, 39, and 18. There's not a number that can be factored out of all three of those, which leaves us with the AC method. So we will take the coefficient in front of our squared, or the variable squared, which is 20, and the coefficient without a variable, in this case 18, and we'll multiply those together. 18 times 20, which gives us the number 360. Now that we have our number 360, we find all of the factors of 360, starting with 1 and itself, 360. And then we just move up the numbers, going to 2, 3, 4, and so forth, and see what numbers will evenly go into 360. This is even, so it is divisible by 2, giving us 180. It is also divisible by 3, which is 120. And 4, which is 90, 5, which gives us 72. And when you're doing this on your own, you can just grab a calculator, start at 1, and move forward, and every time you get a whole number, write it down. When you get a decimal or a fraction, then don't write it down, it didn't go in evenly. So we're going to move 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, and 18 all go into 360. Using my calculator, I can fill this in as Now we're going to find which of these factors we'll use to do our factoring of the trinomial. The first thing we need to do is look at the last sign of our trinomial. This tells us, if it's positive, that the signs of our factors will be the same. If it's negative, then the signs will be different. Then we look at the sign of the middle term. If the signs are the same, the sign of the middle term will be the sign that we use. So this is the sign used for the factors that are the same. If the signs are different, it follows a little different pattern. So we'll come over here, and because the signs are the same and the middle sign is positive, that means that all of our factors will be positive, and we can fill it in our chart just like this. Now that they're all positive, we can go through and find the combination to give us the number for the middle term of 39. If I add, because it's positive 1 and positive 360, the first two terms together give me a positive 361. Adding the next two, we get 182, and I can continue adding, but I know that I'm looking for 39, so I'm going to go move to the bottom closer to where the numbers are smaller. Adding these together gives me 46. Adding these together gives me 42. This is 39. So that's what we're looking for. This last one's 38, but we're looking for 39. So we can stop here. And these two factors of 15 and 24 are the numbers we're looking for. So we will replace our middle term with 15j and 24j, giving us 20j squared. And we don't have to go in this order. We could have done 24 first. I'm going to go ahead and keep it just as we found the order of the factors that we found. So this is going to be 24j, and we'll finish it up with 18. Now we're going to do factor by grouping, which finds the greatest common factor, and we're going to group our first two together and our second two together. The first two, we're looking for the greatest common factor, and I can see that both of these are divisible by the number 5 and j. 20 divided by 5 is 4, and j squared divided by j leaves 1j behind. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and j divided by j cancels, so we can close our parenthesis, and that's our binomial. Now we're going to look at the next two. We have 24 and 18. Both of those are divisible by positive 6. Then we can take out 6, and we are left with 4j plus 3. Again, we're going to find another greatest common factor, but between these two larger terms. And we can see that the binomial 4j plus 3 is in common with both of those. So that will be what we factor out as the greatest common factor, 4j plus 3. And when we factor it out, we're left with 5j plus 6. So we have 5j plus 6. We've now factored our trinomial completely, and we're all done.